The Shadow Men, a true story of supernatural terror. Welcome back to Cryptic Cove, your sanctuary for the mysterious, the unexplained, and the deeply intriguing. Today, we're diving into a chilling and lesser-known phenomenon that has haunted countless individuals around the world: the Shadow Men. These dark, shadowy figures have been reported in numerous cultures, and are often associated with a strong sense of dread and malevolence. Are you ready to uncover the terrifying true stories of encounters with the Shadow Men? Let's get started. The phenomenon of the Shadow Men is both ancient and global, with reports spanning centuries and continents. These entities are often described as dark, human-like figures that lurk in the periphery of our vision, vanishing when confronted directly. Their appearances are usually accompanied by an overwhelming sense of fear and dread. Chapter 1. The First Encounters. One of the earliest documented encounters with shadowy figures dates back to ancient Egypt, where entities known as Sheoten were believed to be malevolent spirits that could possess or torment individuals. Similar entities are found in folklore from cultures around the world, each with their own variations and interpretations. The concept of shadowy spirits or entities is pervasive across many cultures. In ancient Egypt, Sheoten were thought to be dark spirits that could influence human behavior. In other cultures, such as in Japan, the Kogiona, or Shadow Woman, was feared as a harbinger of misfortune. In modern times, the phenomenon has been widely reported, especially in the context of sleep paralysis. Many individuals describe waking up, unable to move, while a dark figure stands at the foot of their bed, watching them. Chapter 2. The Modern Haunting. One of the most harrowing accounts comes from a man named David, who began experiencing encounters with a shadow man shortly after moving into a new apartment. David described the entity as a tall, dark figure with indistinguishable features, always seen out of the corner of his eye. It started with small things, feeling like I was being watched, seeing movement out of the corner of my eye. But then it escalated. I would wake up in the middle of the night, completely paralyzed, with this shadowy figure standing at the foot of my bed. The feeling of dread was overwhelming, like it was feeding off my fear. David's experiences grew more intense over time. The Shadow Man began appearing more frequently, sometimes even during the day. Objects in his apartment would move on their own, and he would hear whispers emanating from dark corners. Chapter 3. Seeking Help. Desperate for answers, David reached out to a group of paranormal investigators. They conducted several investigations in his apartment, capturing unexplained phenomena, including cold spots, electronic voice phenomena, EVP, and shadowy figures on camera. During our investigation, we experienced several anomalies that we couldn't explain. We captured EVPs of indistinct whispers, and even recorded a shadowy figure moving across the room. The sense of dread in that apartment was palpable. Despite the investigations and attempts to cleanse the apartment, the Shadow Man remained. David eventually decided to move out, hoping to leave the entity behind. Unfortunately, the haunting experiences followed him to his new home. Chapter 4. The Continuing Nightmare. Even after moving, David continued to encounter the Shadow Man. The relentless haunting took a toll on his mental and physical health, leading him to seek help from spiritual advisors and psychologists. David's experiences with the Shadow Man could be linked to sleep paralysis, a condition where individuals wake up but are temporarily unable to move or speak. This can be accompanied by hallucinations of shadowy figures, which are often interpreted as malevolent entities. While sleep paralysis could explain some of David's experiences, the physical phenomena and the sense of being watched during the day suggested something more. The Shadow Man had become an inescapable part of his life. Chapter 5. The Global Phenomenon. David's story is not an isolated case. Thousands of people worldwide have reported similar encounters with shadow men. These dark figures appear in various forms, from simple shadows to more detailed humanoid shapes, often accompanied by feelings of terror and malevolence. The shadow men phenomenon is widespread and consistent across different cultures and times. While some encounters can be linked to sleep paralysis, others involve multiple witnesses and physical evidence. This suggests that there might be something more to these entities than just psychological explanations. Theories about the nature of shadow men range from interdimensional beings to manifestations of negative energy. Regardless of their origin, the experiences shared by those who have encountered these entities are undeniably terrifying. Chapter 6: Personal Accounts and Testimonies. To gain a deeper understanding of the shadow men phenomenon, we reached out to individuals who have had personal encounters with these entities. Their stories are both haunting and compelling, offering a glimpse into the terror that these shadowy figures can invoke. Emily says,
I first saw the shadow man when I was a teenager. I woke up in the middle of the night and saw this dark figure standing in the corner of my room. It felt like it was staring right at me, even though it had no distinguishable features. I was paralyzed with fear and couldn't move until it vanished.
Other accounts, where the shadow men are often seen during moments of vulnerability, such as when waking up or falling asleep. The next is an account from Marcus.
My encounter happened while I was working late in my office. I felt a sudden chill and looked up to see a shadowy figure standing by the doorway. It was like a dense, dark silhouette. When I turned on the light, it disappeared, but the feeling of being watched lingered.
These personal testimonies highlight the common elements of shadow men encounters: the sense of dread, the shadowy form, and the feeling of being watched. These experiences leave a lasting impact on those who witness them, often causing lingering fear and anxiety. Chapter 7: Scientific and Paranormal Perspectives. To explore possible explanations for the shadow men phenomenon, we consulted experts in various fields. Their insights provide a balanced view, combining scientific understanding with paranormal theories. Sleep paralysis is a condition where the brain partially wakes up while the body remains in a state of paralysis. This can lead to vivid hallucinations, often involving shadowy figures. It's a well-documented phenomenon and could explain many shadow men encounters. While sleep paralysis offers a plausible explanation for some experiences, it doesn't account for encounters that occur while individuals are fully awake and alert. Shadow men could be manifestations of negative energy or interdimensional beings. The consistency in descriptions and the strong emotional responses they provoke suggest that there's more to these entities than just psychological phenomena. The truth behind the shadow men remains elusive, with both scientific and paranormal perspectives offering valuable insights but no definitive answers. Chapter 8: Coping with Encounters. For those who have encountered shadow men, the experience can be deeply unsettling. We spoke with experts on how to cope with the fear and anxiety that often follow such encounters. It's important to acknowledge and validate your feelings after an encounter with a shadow man, seeking professional help. Practicing mindfulness and creating a safe sleeping environment can help alleviate the fear and anxiety associated with these experiences. In addition to professional help, some individuals find solace in spiritual practices, such as cleansing rituals or seeking guidance from spiritual advisors. If you believe that you're dealing with a malevolent entity, protective rituals and blessings can help create a sense of safety. It's also important to strengthen your mental and emotional resilience, as these entities often feed off fear. Conclusion: the shadow men phenomenon remains one of the most unsettling and enigmatic aspects of the paranormal world. Whether they are products of our minds or entities from beyond, their impact on those who encounter them is profound and lasting. What do you think the shadow men are? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mysterious and terrifying world of the shadow men. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on all our latest explorations. If you have your own experiences or questions about this phenomenon or any other mysterious topics, Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from our community, and might even feature your stories in a future episode.